is Friday morning, an absolutely beautiful Friday morning. And Tanner, you may ask why. Well, there's no snow on the ground.
That's always a good thing. We got a lot of rain last night.
We did. I know you probably were still up doing stuff, but I was sitting there about 10:15, and all of a sudden the sky just lit up, and I was like, "Ooh, here we go!" And that was it.
Yeah, there was a few lightning flashes. I heard a couple rumbles, but mainly just rain.
Yeah, we needed the rain, but
We did.
I'm ready for a thunderstorm or two.
See, when you're a dog owner like yourself,
Yeah.
and Jodi is as well, at least in my case, my dog, he doesn't like to go out in the rain.
Right.
So that was a fight last night. So
We got to look at it several times last night.
yeah. He doesn't mind storms. He doesn't really bark at thunder, which is nice, but he doesn't want to get his paws wet. So.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I won the fight in the end. So
I would have loved to have seen you two fighting over going outside. That would have been hilarious
it's like
to
I'm
watch.
tired. I'm ready to go to bed. Come on. So, but it's a perfect Friday today. It's a little dark out right now, but the sun I think is going to be out today. The temperatures are warming up. Looks to be a really warm weekend. I think. What a possibility of cracking 70 tomorrow? Or did I make that up?
Could reach it. High near 69 tomorrow.
Okay, so I wasn't too far off. So either way, should be a good, nice weekend to get out and do some things. I know I'm ready to break the golf clubs out. Still haven't got them on my car yet, but the course is open and
yeah, I've been watching everybody in and out of there all week long.
Yep.
Haven't seen you though.
I'll be there sometime soon. So I'll get my money's worth. Some more vaccine news this week. Some good vaccine news, some positive news. Governor Holcomb announced that effective this coming next Wednesday, that all Indiana residents 16 and older will be eligible to register and receive the vaccine.
Yeah, and I'm going to register as soon as it's available.
Yep. So that's exciting. I mean, I was wondering if they were going to keep going by the 5 years in age, 10 years in age, but now they're just going to open it up.
Yeah.
For the most part.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I definitely think everybody needs to get one if you can. Now there are people who there might be something in the vaccine that they can't take in.
Sure.
So if your doctor says you should get it, get it.
Yep, it's other states are starting to open up their vaccine age-wise too. So we're getting there slowly but surely, but we're taking steps forward. So, and speaking of President Biden had a press conference yesterday, and we got to his goal of 100 million shots in arms by 58 days. And his goal is to do that in his first 100 days in office. So now he's up to go to 200 million vaccines in arms. 500 a day. So
we'll see
if we get there. Yeah. Yep. A little off topic here, but we were talking about outdoor activities and warm weather. I see the Rochester City Pool is going to open on May 29th.
Yeah.
As of right now.
Yes.
Yeah, as of right now.
I mean, now if they get to the 29th that morning and there's a torrential downpour and thunderstorms, they're not going to open.
Yeah.
But as long as everything weather-wise cooperates, that's their date to open.
At least they're planning on it this year.
Yes.
It was a bummer last year that they couldn't open that. I know I spent a lot of time at the golf course, like I was just saying, and it was really odd this year looking over there, not seeing any kids having a good time swimming. So this past year, so that's good news. That's exciting for everybody that works there and likes to take frequent visits there over the summer. Got some trivia for you this morning, Paul.
Oh, you did come up with one.
I did. This morning, actually. Next weekend's Easter weekend.
Okay.
But I do have some Easter-related trivia for you.
Okay.
According to Forbes magazine in 2019, what is the most popular Easter candy in the state of Indiana? I'm going to give you 4 options this week, not 3.
Okay.
Is it Reese's Peanut Butter Chocolate Eggs? Is it Chocolate Bunnies? Peeps? Or Jelly Beans?
Ooh, I think I know the answer to this.
I know my favorite. I know Indiana's favorite might be.
Right.
I definitely know my least favorite of the 4.
Uh-huh.
I like 3 of the 4, and there's one I'm not a big fan of. But
yeah, and that's a popular one for some reason.
It is. It is. So, I got some sports to go over this morning. Of course, the local spring sports have started for the most part.
Yep.
There's way too much to have to go over right now, but good luck to everybody in their spring sports seasons, and congratulations to everybody that have been winning their meets and their matches so far. So I know all the local area schools. The golf hasn't started yet, but
it's coming.
it's coming. Spring breaks will get over here in the next few weeks, and then their season will start. With baseball, I think they've started practice, track and field. See, there's many more. I'm just blanking right now off the top of my head. So, too many spring sports to list for this morning. But NCAA tournament action still going on. We have the Sweet 16 this weekend. Starts tomorrow and Sunday. And then the Elite 8 will be Monday and Tuesday. It's a little different than years past. Usually the Sweet 16 is during the week, and the Elite 8's on the weekend.
Yeah.
So they switched it all up this year to throw us all off.
COVID.
Did you fill out a bracket this year, Paul?
Nope.
So you didn't have to worry about your bracket getting busted?
Nope.
That's good.
Nope.
That's good.
I thought about it, and then I decided not to, and I'm glad I didn't.
We're running a bracket competition at the bank, and more than not, everybody's brackets are busted for the most part. There's quite a few people that still have 3 of the 4 Final Four. I don't know how many brackets we had in total. We had quite a few. There's only 2 employees out of everybody that has their Final Four still intact.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah, so we'll see this weekend if they can keep that going. But tomorrow's games, you got Oregon State and Loyola Chicago, Villanova and Baylor, Oral Roberts and Arkansas, Syracuse and Houston. And on Sunday, Creighton and Gonzaga, Florida State and Michigan, UCLA and Alabama, and Oregon and USC. So definitely some interesting names in there that are guaranteed, or at least a chance to get to the Elite 8, if not the Final Four. So, so next week at this time, we'll know the Final Four matchups.
It'll be interesting to see what we get for sure.
Yes, it will. Got some tidbits here this morning. Some of it is NCAA tournament related. On this day in 1973, UCLA beat Memphis 81-76 to win their 7th straight title.
Wow.
I think people were pretty tired of UCLA back in the day.
Yeah.
7 straights.
Yeah.
Quite an accomplishment. Of course, Bill Walton was their star player. Now he's a commentator. That was his second back-to-back most valuable player award for the NCAA tournament. On this day in 1979, Michigan State beat Indiana State in the championship game, 75-64. Still to this day, the highest rated game in the history of televised college basketball.
Really?
And Magic Johnson for Michigan State, Larry Bird for Indiana State. They had quite a little rivalry going, and then it carried over to the NBA, and the popularity took off, and a guy named Michael Jordan came along, and the NBA really hit their boom period.
Yeah.
On this day in 2018, the Black Panther became the highest grossing superhero film in America, earning $630.9 million.
It's a good movie.
Yes, it was. Superhero movies always do pretty well in the box office.
Marvel-wise.
Yes, that's a good point. Today is National Good Hair Day. It's also Purple Day, which...
No.
Spinach Day. You a spinach fan?
No.
I'm not either. You a spinach fan,
Can
Jodi?
take it or
Can
leave
take it or leave it. Make up your own holiday day,
Yes.
which I feel like that's what somebody does with these every week. And Nougat Day.
Ooh. Okay.
And on the candy, you listed had nougat in it.
No.
Not in the state of Indiana, at least. I got some upcoming events. You got the 28th annual Rush FFA auction going on tomorrow at the Fulton County 4-H Fairgrounds. For whatever reason, I didn't list the time down, so I don't remember the time off the top of my head. I know it starts in the morning, but I don't know what time it runs
the
to.
pancake breakfast is or the pancake and sausage Optimist Club breakfast is 6 to 10, I think, maybe 8 to 10.
Okay.
I could be wrong on one of those. I should know this.
And I know the auction runs into the afternoon. I just
Yes.
don't know what time it ends, but nonetheless, it is going on tomorrow at the fairgrounds. They're gonna have a bunch of things that you can have the chance to buy if you're interested. So, were you in try-up in high school, Paul?
No.
No. Were you, Jodi?
I was not.
No, me
Nope.
neither. But RHS Try-Up, they're going to be presenting Shrek the Musical. That's on April 16th and 17th. Student tickets are $5. Adult tickets are going to be $8. Tickets will be sold online, a little different than normal in the years past. To ensure social distancing and capacity restrictions, masks will be required. So, but it sounds like a fun musical. That's
Yeah, absolutely. You
the
know,
Shrek series of movies are good. So.
I could maybe do without the mask, but hey, it's nice to be able to get in and those kids be able to perform.
Absolutely, yeah. They weren't able to have their spring musical or play last year, so nice they're going to be able to do that this year. Got some money news. Good news for the Dow. It went up yesterday. Went up about 199 points.
Yeah.
Closed at 32,619.48, and the futures are up this morning 91 points at 32,595, and even the S&P and the Nasdaq is in positive territory. So everything's going up. Doesn't mean it'll stay that way.
Right.
You know, as Dick Belcher always says, it's either going to go up or down. So we're going to pay attention to that today and see what happens.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like I know you're getting involved in the stock game a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
a little bit. I think I've spent about $10. I got a free stock when I signed up, and then I invested $10 on top of that. And so far, I'm not doing bad, but
Knock on wood.
yeah.
Well, the first federal day, we're open from 8:30 till 5, and tomorrow from 8:30 to noon. We'd love to see you. Our lobbies are open. Of course, our drive-thru is open as well. If you would rather go through the drive-thru, you can always bank with us online with our mobile app, which is free to download on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. Our ATM is open 24/7 as well if you need some cash. Of course, we're part of the Money Pass Network. Jodi, you want to explain a little bit about the Money Pass Network?
Sure, the Money Pass Network is a great addition that we released maybe in the last 6 months. And what that means is you have access to thousands of ATMs all over the United States. Then you can use them for free, just like they were First Federal ATM. Our branches are located in northern Indiana, and so, ATMs are expensive to put in. And, it's not realistic for me to put ATM in California. But with MoneyPass, we can belong to that network, and you can go to moneypass.com, type in where you're at, where you're going, and it'll give you a list of all those ATMs that you can use just like they were First Federal ATM, and withdraw cash, you get your balances, and no fees associated with that.
I had to use it one day here in town. We were having some technical difficulties with our ATM one day, and I need some cash, so I had to go to the nearest location. It was nice to know I didn't have to worry about getting a fee.
Yeah, she delivered that spiel a little bit better than you did.
Oh, she's the pro, so.
I spent a lot of time getting it ready.
We do offer many different mortgage products, such as conventional loans, one-step construction loans, premier first-time home buyer loans, and more. Home equity line of credits are a really hot product right now. The weather's getting warm. People are wanting to remodel their house, maybe consolidate debt without having to refinance for their first mortgage. There's also draw and repayment terms that fit your budget, no closing costs. You can access your funds with your HELOC debit card. So a lot of positive advantages to doing that. You can contact our loan originators, Ben Dalton and Stacy Wilson here in Rochester and over for our Ncaa customers. You can provide everybody with more details if you're interested.
Okay.
We also offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts. When you open up a new checking account, you get a free gift, of course. And right now it's a reversible umbrella, which sure is nice on nights like last night.
Yeah.
So,
tomorrow night as well, there's a chance of showers and thunderstorms, so could
Your
be
dog
using
might
it.
like one of those for when he goes out.
usually I walk out with an umbrella. Last night I did not, but a few more minutes I was going to go grab mine because I do have one at the house, or reversible umbrellas. So, but you can also get it by referring a friend.
Yes.
If you already have an account with us, don't feel like opening up another account. You can refer a friend to come in and open an account. When your friend opens the account, not only will they receive a free gift, you will as well for referring a friend.
Okay.
So,
It's also with the refer friend, it's good to also point out that if you don't maybe need that umbrella, you can hold on to if you're the one referring it, you can hold on to that coupon and exchange it for a gift later on.
Yes.
We always post in our lobbies what our upcoming gifts are, and don't ask me what they are because I don't remember. Tanner and I picked those out like in October.
Yep.
Last year, we picked them out way in advance, but you can hold on to it and redeem it for something coming up too. You don't have to just get that gift. You can wait a little bit.
I'm pretty sure the next gift is a set of cutting boards.
Yes.
No, okay.
So.
Okay.
We've got some really fun things coming
Yeah,
up.
we do. It's always exciting every October to kind of pick and choose what are going to be the gifts for the next year. It's not as easy as you might think.
No, you gotta
No,
be
it is
very
not
careful.
simple.
But as Jodi says, I've heard of some customers that they see a gift coming up, maybe 2 cycles even, and they hang on to it because they want that certain gift. So we also are offering quick and easy consumer loans, competitive rates. You can get online and do a web application for that. It's good for projects, repairs, and consolidation. These loans value from anywhere from $2,000 to $15,000.
Okay.
So it's kind of a new thing we've been rolling out.
Yeah.
Also, have commercial lending for businesses.
Yes.
Contact Lindy Breeden for more information about that. We've had Lindy on numerous times on the show over the last few years. And we're offering insurance services. You can get a quote by calling 833-331-0020, or you can go right to our website. It's the first slide right there. You can click that slide and it'll take you right to our insurance services website. Or if you just want to go directly to that, I can give you the website. It's firstfederalbanking.insuranceiaisle.com.
Okay.
So and we are planning to have Greg Danner, who's our compliance officer and kind of runs or coordinates the insurance services side of things. He's going to be a guest next month on our show.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
on one of the Fridays. And you can contact Mark Bluebogle or Brian Bell of our financial services department if you're looking to planning for retirement, want some more information, or get a 401k started, some IRAs, things like that. They're both LPL registered representatives, so give them a call.
They're great to talk to if you've got, deposit interest rates are low. So they're great to talk to if you're kind of interested in getting a little more income or, planning that out a little bit because you've got some money to invest there. Mm-hmm. They're really great guys, and they'll pick the right things for you. I know they've been on the show before, but they'll make sure you got the right level of risk. So they're great guys to work with.
And I'm sure I bugged them with how many questions I asked them, but they're not afraid of any question you ask. I mean, don't hesitate with any questions.
It's free to talk to them.
Yeah. So they're great guys and can help you with anything. And of course, you can like us and follow us on all the social media channels. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handle's at FFBanking on there. Like our LinkedIn page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. A couple weeks ago, put our latest round of commercials on there. RTC Channel 4 and WNDU up in South Bend, they recorded some for our Elkhart and Mishawaka branches. RTC did some for our Rochester branch, and we're hoping to get some filmed at our Winnemac and Plymouth branches here in the near future too. So we had some fun with those, so you can go check those out right on our YouTube page. And you can catch all the First Federal radio shows archived the last few years.
Yeah.
You can go back on the YouTube channel if you don't want to go on the Facebook page. So, we're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender, and our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes us legal.
We always like that. We
Yes.
don't want to be illegal. So that brings us to Jodi Wynn, our guest. She is our VP of Deposit Operations at First Federal Savings Bank.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us again.
Of course. I'm happy to be here.
You helped out behind the camera last week, and now you're in front of the camera. So
Just, multitasking.
Jack of all
I'm
trades.
telling you.
Well, what is going on with our business accounts?
We've got a lot of fun things going on with the business accounts, and we've talked about in the past that we've got business accounts for you. Tanner mentioned just a second ago that we have Simply Free Checking and Simply Free Business Checking. But we don't talk about the business piece of it a lot, and so I think it's really great to talk about it a little bit. I think the first thing to remember with our business accounts is that we have a totally free business checking account. A lot of other banks, there's per item fees and things like that on it, but our business checking account for our basic one is no minimum balance, no monthly service charge, no per item fees. You can get a free business checking account to get you going. So it's really great if you're starting a new business or if you're somewhere else, you got a lot of fees. We got a lot of great choices just with the free business checking. I mean, that's a big deal right there.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Like you said, the free business checking. I don't think a lot of people realize that they can come in and not get some fees or minimize fees. Speak a little bit about the online banking portion.
Yeah, well, over the past year, we spent the year of COVID kind of enhancing our business offerings. And so one of those things is we really stepped up some of our business online options. You can do a lot of things on that. We can set you up the right package. We've got just a very basic option if that's all you need. Maybe you get just a sole proprietorship and just you. And that's perfectly fine. That's a free choice for you. We can also do things like if you have a more complex business needs and you maybe want the three of us work together in a business and I'm the owner but I only want Tanner to see a couple accounts, want Paul to see a couple different accounts, we can make that happen too. So,
cool.
You have employees just being able to do what they're needing to do. Maybe some employee can see and they can't transfer or whatever that is. We can do all those things on our online banking. You can also we've got downloads of CSV files or QuickBooks. So you can upload those into your business software, whatever you're using. You can do that too in our business online. So there's a lot of great features. We also have a business app. If you have the business banking app, you can kind of do all those things just like you can from your mobile app for your personal accounts.
And what is the title of that app? Do you remember off the top of your head if somebody's going on?
It's going to look
App
for
Store.
First Federal Savings Bank business,
Okay.
but you have to be enrolled in that, so we'll
Okay.
direct you to
Okay.
it. So it's the opposite of our normal app. So
Yeah.
our normal app is a green background, a white star. The business is a white background with a green star.
Yep. Still a star.
Yeah.
Still a star. So it can you just flip those colors around a little bit.
Well, it's nice from hearing about you explain that, how customizable and kind of personalized you can
Yeah.
make your accounts, because I'm guessing that's not the same way at every financial institution.
Probably not. I don't know. I mean, it just all depends, and we'll pick the right. We'll talk to you about what your needs are and what makes sense for you, and we'll put you in the right area for that. Whatever that makes sense, we'll make sure that's right. We've offered, and depending on what you do, we've got some other really neat things with there. We can do what's called ACH transfers. Now that may be over a lot of people's heads, but you all know what that is, because that's how you get your direct deposits.
Yes.
Yes.
All the money, your paychecks that come in direct and all those things, that's called ACH. And we can help customers do that now, businesses do that now. We've never been able to do that before, so that's new for us. So if you're a business and you want to send your employees their paychecks electronically, we can do that through Business Online now. We can set that up and teach you how to get those files, and you can start doing direct deposit with your account. And that's something new that we haven't been able to offer before, so we're excited to do that.
Absolutely. I gotta think that's gonna be really appealing to a lot of
Yep,
businesses.
we've got a couple already doing it, and it's going pretty well. So
Yeah,
we'll
great.
help you out with that too.
Business credit cards, something we
That's
started
something
offering.
we don't think about too much, but sometimes the business, a business can have a debit card, and that's great. We can do that for you. But sometimes that's not how a business wants to kind of run their books,
Sure.
right? Because that's just money coming right out of there. Maybe they need it to come out in a different way. So we have a credit card option. If you actually go to our website, then you go to the commercial loan page and there's Lindy's picture on it. There is a section there for business credit cards. So as long as you have a checking account with us, we can get you an application for the credit card. Well, there's different options out there. We don't service them. They're through a third party. They'll have our name on them. And you can go ahead and get the credit card and whatever you need, however many you need for your different people. If you need different credit lines or whatever that is, so you can kind of apply for that and work with them. Had several people do that, and I'll help you through that whole process if it's a little confusing, because sometimes it can be.
Oh, sure.
Those
Yeah.
applications are not always the simplest.
No, even for if you're trying to do a personal
For
credit
me, they're
card.
not
Yeah, no,
necessarily
it's,
the easiest, so
yeah.
for sure. So that's a great thing to do.
We're speaking with Jodi Wynn, Vice President of Deposit Operations at First Federal Savings Bank. And merchant services is another category.
Do we know what merchant services even means?
I don't.
Well, that's what we call it at the bank, but
Yes,
that means you
that's-
can take credit cards. That's what that means. So merchant services is the ability to take the debit and credit cards in your store or your shop or your online or whatever it is you're doing. We've partnered with Fiserv and First Data, and we've got some great plans and some great rates out there. So we have everything out there from it's called a Clover Go machine, which is that portable one, kind of like a Square or something like that. So we've got all the way from that incredibly portable one, which we can also work all the way up to the very sophisticated systems where a waitress can put in an order and send it back to the kitchen and pay at your table. I mean, we've got the whole realm, and there are experts far more knowledgeable than me that will talk to us. I know enough to be dangerous, but we've got people that can do that, and we can be really competitive with that pricing. So who doesn't want to take credit cards now?
Right.
Exactly.
If you don't do that, people probably aren't going to come. So we've got lots of great options for merchant processing now, and all comes in on your account through ACH, and happens instantly. So it's a great thing for us to take a look at. We'll just quote you out some prices on that. If you have a current business account with us now, we can add that on. Bring your current statements in, and we'll figure that out for you and get you some pricing on it. It's pretty simple to use. We've got great support with it. A support line that they'll call you if your system's down. They want you back up and running. So they've got a team that'll take care of that.
One thing, Jodi, I constantly get asked outside the bank is tips for how somebody can make their account more safe. Especially, there's a lot of fraud
There is
that
a
goes.
lot of fraud for business accounts and personal.
Yes.
For sure, that's unfortunate that there's fraud happening so much, and we want you to be safe. We want your accounts to be safe. So I guess one of the things I can tell you are to be on top of your account, know what you're spending, what's going on, and take advantage, whether it's with us or wherever you've got your checking account, take advantage of the services that we offer. So we have a couple services. We have Carvelite. I know I've talked about before because I talk about it all the time. It's my favorite thing that we have.
It's pretty cool.
It's a separate app, but what it does is every time you use your debit card, you get an alert that pops up on your phone, and it's instant. Like, if you're at the grocery store, by the time you've probably walked into the parking lot, you've got that alert that says, hey, you spent, $25 or whatever it might be. That sounds annoying, right? But really, think about it. You don't use your card that often.
Right.
But the best part of it is, if you didn't use your card and that piped up, you're like, well, I wasn't just at the grocery store. I wasn't, online fraud's big. Well, I wasn't making a purchase at, this website or whatever. You know that right away. And then you can go into Card Valet and turn your card off. So no one can use it. Until you can figure out what's going on, you can call us, we can talk about it. At the same time, you could also turn, maybe you're going on vacation and you're not taking your debit card with you, turn the card off. Why? Why do you need it on if you're not going to be around it?
Yep.
Card Valet also has a lot of great options to control your card. So we have a set limit on your account, what you can spend in a day, so a daily purchasing limit. But maybe you don't want that. Maybe you want it to be less than that. Maybe you've got a child at home that you're like, yeah, they maybe only can spend $50 a day. Or whatever that is, you can go into that app and set that limit less. So then, no one can do more than $50 or whatever you choose to do on it. You can restrict it by types of businesses, types of places that you go. Maybe you're not going to let somebody go to a department store, but you'll let them go to a gas station or whatever those choices are. You can do a lot of really neat things there. And Tanner, you use it.
Yeah.
And I've had it happen where I got to learn, I go, I didn't do that.
Yeah. Luckily, like knock on wood again, I have not, but as far as you said, it can be annoying to get those notifications. I'd rather get those notifications all the time than
it's almost
not be
comforting,
notified. Yes,
right?
exactly.
And I know there's people who use it, like they're married and maybe one person takes care of the checkbook and the other doesn't.
Yeah.
You can put both cards in the same account, so whoever takes care of the checkbook gets that alert too. And so they're like, oh, well, this person was out and they bought lunch and I know that. Not that you care what they're spending, but now you can write it down.
Yes.
And you know that that's in there, and you also can monitor both cards that way too.
Yeah, and one thing I gotta say, I love the fraud features through the personal checking accounts.
Yes.
I mean, there's times I went to purchase something that the site was based out of Canada, and I even got the
And it blocks you,
notification on that because it's out of country. And
Yep,
like, are
you
you sure you did this?
Yeah, that's another point. That's outside of Card Valet, but we have a fraud monitoring system that if it's a foreign country, it'll call you, text you actually,
Yeah.
if you've got your cell phone number, and say, hey, did you do this? And if you say yes, great, we'll take care of it. But if you say no, we'll get that card stopped.
Yeah.
So that's great. And then if a card does get stopped or we have an issue, we can print cards in the branch now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how fun is that? That you
Instant
don't have to
issue,
wait for 2 weeks to come to for your card to come in the mail.
Yeah, that's huge. That's one thing I know a lot of our customers have loved that we've adopted that into things. Another thing about Card Valet I like is you can also turn your card back on. Say you misplaced your wallet or your card falls out of your wallet or something, you can't find it, you're freaking out, you can turn it off. Well, then 5 minutes later you're looking around and you find out there's a couch cushion, you can turn it back on.
Because if you call the bank, we can't. If we close it, it's done. But this way you can, and it works instantly. Like the example is, I had mine turned off because I was checking some things, actually trying things on the account, and I went out to buy some lunch, and it was taking far too long. I was like, oh, that card is turned off, and I completely forgot about it. I'm not sure the person believed me, but you can turn it on. You can turn it on instantly, and then it will work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a great product, and if you don't have it, I encourage anyone to look for it. You go to the App Store, search Card Valet, it's an orange and white icon on it, and you have to have your debit card with you and your account, and like your name and account number.
Yeah.
One thing, account number, name, address, type stuff. Your username and password, and you're all set to go.
Okay.
We're happy to help you with it too.
Yep, it's been a great feature and service for us, and hoping more people give it a try because it's worth it. It's worth the free download.
That's the one. That's beyond a regular checking account and online banking, all that. That's the one thing I would encourage everyone to take a look at.
Jodi, anything else you want to talk about or mention or plug this morning?
Well, I think that if you have questions, we've got a great group of people that work at the bank to call us. We're happy to help you. We want to make sure you've got the right things for you. So call any of us, and we'll walk you through anything that I've talked about because I know I talk fast. We talk about a lot of stuff. So call. We're happy to help you.
Well, and we did go over a lot of things, but a lot of people probably don't realize we can do just as much as a lot of the big banks.
Absolutely.
The national banks.
And sometimes even more.
right
And
here.
we got
locally.
the personal touch to it
Yep.
too, so you can call me directly and we'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
We're happy to do that, so don't ever hesitate to call or come in.
Yes, well said. Thank you for joining us this morning,
Absolutely,
Jodi.
thank you.
See if you can get the trivia question. According to Forbes magazine 2019, what is the most popular Easter candy in the state of Indiana? Is it Reese's peanut butter chocolate eggs, chocolate bunnies, Peeps, or jelly beans?
I'll let you
Well,
know.
my favorite would be the peanut butter eggs, but probably not Indiana's favorite, but that's what I'm gonna go with.
That's what you're gonna go with?
I don't know if this was national or Indiana, but I'm going with Peeps.
Jody's correct.
Really?
Wow.
The Reese's peanut butter chocolate eggs, which would be my favorite too.
Yeah.
Peeps would be the one that I don't like on the list.
Right, and I keep it keeps
But-
popping up on
Yeah.
number one and top 10 lists, and I'm like, okay, so it's got to be that
I
one.
took the
People
top
like 'em
four.
or don't like 'em?
I took the top four most common ones out
Yeah.
of 50 states. So
Huh.
yeah, stumped you for once.
Yeah.
Let's close on these words of wisdom from Arthur Ashe. He was an American tennis player. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can.
Those are great words of wisdom. Well, thank you guys for stopping by,
Yes.
and we'll see you again next Friday.
We'll be here.
All right.